Welcome to another episode of Limitless Yvonne. I'm your host, Yvonne Sharma. Welcome to the show, Eddie.
Hey, thank you for having me, Yvonne. I'm grateful to be here.
Amazing, amazing. Let's start by getting yourself acquainted to our audience. Can you let the listeners know a little bit about yourself?
Of course, my name's Eddy. I go by Eddy, and Hunger Breeds Success. I'm 25 years old, a senior in college, just out here trying to help people improve their lives, serving God, and fulfilling my purpose on a daily basis, and a soon-to-be
Amazing,
father.
amazing. Soon to be father. Wow, congrats, congrats.
Thank you.
Cool, cool, cool. So let's go a bit of time traveling. Let's go down memory lane. Can you tell us how growing up was for you?
Growing up for me, it was you could call it tough, but it was fun. It was it's it's funny to try to describe it. I tell you, my childhood, I was a goofy kid, but I was also an insecure kid. I like to play sports. I like to help make people laugh. I was also a shy kid. That was kind of uh that was kind of what growing up was for me.
What was like the some of the struggles or some of the moments of happiness? Can you share with us?
Yeah, I mean the happiest moments was the times with my friends and my family. Like every Friday, I would always my mom and I had a tradition. We'd go out to eat, and whether it be like Old Country Buffet or Friendlies, Bees, and then she would always take me to like a Walmart and get like a Matchbox car. That was like a Friday tradition growing up as a kid. Playing sports with my friends, recess,
Yeah.
basketball daily. Those were some happy times, and I mean the struggles was just really about how I felt about myself, like my appearance. That was always my biggest struggle.
What was it that started it like with your appearance? What did you
I think
like about
I
yourself?
think what's I think what started it was just like my family members really just being like, hey, like you got to watch what you eat. Watch what you eat because you're gonna end up getting chubby. And I think it's all about how like because I could have took it when you're 8, 9 years old. You don't really take something like that in a positive way. You take it as like, holy cow, that just hurt my feelings. But like looking back on it now, it's kind of like, hey, that was just like a that was a tough love type of way of saying, hey, like I want you to take care of yourself.
Yeah, I guess they could have phrased it in a different way to that young brain. It doesn't understand
Yeah.
much.
The young brain didn't
Yeah.
take it the right way.
So how was that? Walk us through some of the challenges with that limiting belief that held you back.
I think when you're that young, you don't you I definitely never knew what limiting beliefs were when I was
Yeah.
that young. I didn't really know about like my faith. I didn't know about like the ways to improve the way I felt about myself. Like, yeah, I knew you could play sports, but like I didn't really understand that playing sports, eating healthy was going to lead to me not feeling the way I felt like that about myself. I didn't have that information wasn't didn't feel like it was present to me at the time, and nobody was in my ear really telling me, like they weren't guiding me in that way or setting me up on that path necessarily.
Is that where faith came in to help you overcome that challenge, or was it something else?
It was like it was my friends, it was my friends and my family, helped me get involved in sports. Like I didn't join an organized sports team until I was a fifth grader. Some people might join when they're 7 years old. You know what I mean? And even at that, I was very shy with that. But faith wise, like faith really came into play when I had to later on in life when I had to move from my hometown to a whole different state, and then I started questioning my question the man above, question why my life has to be like this, question why I have to leave my friends and my family, and like asking myself like why, like, oh God, why me, like why does my life have to be like this. That's when faith really came into play, like along this whole journey.
So that was a struggle to move out. How come? What was that like for you, like moving out in different state?
It was I'd say it was my pivot moment, you know. It's when everything really started like evolving, as far as like I had gone to the gym prior to moving, but like when I was going to the gym then, I was barely eating. I was doing all cardio, no machines, no weightlifting. So I kind of got deemed this generation's term of kind of like being skinny but still feeling like fat. Um, and then when I moved to Jersey, that's when I kind of was felt like I was almost like all by myself. Had my mom and my aunt and my surrounding family, but like when I was going to the gym, I was all by myself. You know what I mean? I was learning, and this was earlier on, like before like social media had really picked up, as far as like everybody trying to show people how to, you know, be healthy through social media. So I felt like it was just kind of like it was just me, you know what I mean? It was just me trying to learn like what works, what doesn't, what helps me feel good, what makes my body get healthier, stuff like that.
So what was the shift that helped you break your limiting belief?
I think just starting, that was the shift. You just literally just starting like every single day, going to exercise, no matter how shitty I felt, no matter how bad I didn't want to get up, I didn't want to get out of bed, I didn't want to go to work. But after work, it was like I'm going to the gym because this is my peaceful time. This is my like one-on-one time with myself where I can just work on myself every single day.
Like you're now like a fitness trainer and a coach, right?
Yes.
How did that start for you? Curious.
Just wanting to help people. I've always been like that my whole life, but I think once you once you help yourself, or once I help myself, there was no greater like way to give back than be like, hey, like there's 8 billion people, 9 billion people on the planet. I'm just one person. Like, why not help people that I know are feeling similar to how I feel? So once I helped myself, I was like, there's no way I can't help other people.
Yeah. So what were some of the tips and journey lessons you got from finding your path?
Lessons I got is work on yourself, prioritize yourself. Your mental health is the most important thing in life. Um, Start no matter what it is, whatever you want to do, just start. I feel, and you know, like everybody's going to tell you that I don't have time. I don't have time. Everybody's going to tell you I don't have time, but you make like people make time for the things that they want in life. Um, the lessons I've learned and tips I've gotten along this journey is I feel like it's endless. Like I could literally write a book
Yeah.
on all the
Yeah.
tips I've accumulated from other people and just my own personal experience.
How did that start for you? Like, okay, I'm into fitness and people maybe are struggling the way I am with dieting and have to look a certain way. How have you helped people, or how did you that journey start for you?
That journey started for me when once I started feeling better about myself, and then I looked around at like the people around me, and I looked at the world, and and even till this day, like there's still a need for people to be helped. Like I always say, like numbers can tell a story, but you never know how accurate the numbers are. But I know there's more people that are overweight in life that, you know, or maybe even obese that need help in life compared to the people that are in shape. Like there's more people that aren't in shape in life right now that are in shape. You know what I mean? So um, that's how it's all started. Like once I started feeling better about myself, that's when it was like, okay, I want to help people. You know what I mean? I want to help people, and I think that's just my purpose is to help people.
And what would you say one of the like the barriers is people to maintain or like be fit? as you call fit, but it depends on their own definition of what being fit is.
Yeah, I'd say the barrier is themselves. I think everybody's barrier is their self. You know what I mean? Also, like their surrounding, like what's surrounding them, maybe the community they're in, maybe the town they're in, the people they talk to, the things they consume. Um, but I think I truly I so and I feel like that is even controlled by like what you choose to do. So I think the biggest barrier is can be yourself for everybody.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Always getting in your way, and
Somehow,
even if
you
it,
know what I mean?
yeah,
Somehow,
yeah,
like
somehow like that invisible mental barrier, or like that physical barrier, or you name it.
yeah, like what a physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, like like people's own limiting beliefs on what they think is and isn't possible. What they think they can and can't do, where they think they can and can't go, what they think can and might not be able to happen. I think it all comes back to themselves.
Yeah, for sure. And how has the journey been, like opening your own company and helping people? How's that been?
Yeah, it's definitely not been easy. It's not easy, but it's rewarding. I think it's rewarding, but I know nothing great in life is easy. I'm learning every step of the way. I'm learning, learning how to run a company, learning how to market, learning how to build a brand, learning how to push my message, tell a story, build websites. I'm learning. I'm learning every single day, and I'm intentionally like prioritizing learning as much as I can on a day-to-day basis, while understanding that you can only consume so much information in a day or a week or a month or a year. And then once you consume it all, it's like, okay, applying it every single day. It definitely hasn't been easy, but it's fun though. It's
Yeah,
fun. It's
for
fun.
sure, for sure.
It's
There's the
fun.
good days and bad days. And what's the main message behind your company?
The main message is believe in yourself, love yourself, move forward. It's never too late to make a pivot. Um, whatever you want to do in life, be consistent at it. Like those are just some of the messages that come off the
Yeah.
top of my head. Love yourself, move forward, be consistent, and just it's never too late to change your life.
Yeah, and what inspired you? Your name is so unique.
What? Thank you. What a tattoo actually inspired it. A tattoo I got Hunger Breeds Success tatted on my ribs. Um, going on, coming up on the 5 year anniversary. It's when I
Let's
decided.
go.
Let's go. Right, let's go. Um, when I decided to chase my wildest dreams of wanting to own my own gym and make gym shirts, that's where it started. I was gonna get never lose faith on my ribs, and I think Hunger Breeds Success is directly embodies never losing faith in yourself in the journey of life. But that's what inspired it, And then right after I said that, I said success loves consistency, and then it just flowed. It's just I think it's meant to be because you can't find another Hunger Breeds Success.
Amazing, amazing. And to tie it all back, what would you say to end off our segment? Being limitless means to you.
Being limitless means let me make sure I say this right. What you know, what you know is limited. What you don't know is limitless. That's what
Oh shit. Mic drop. What does
that's
that mean to you?
that just means that like that life is a forever limitless journey. Life is a forever limitless journey. You never know where it's going to take you. You might have a plan, but from what I've learned in my life, it's never my plan, it's always God's plan. um always. But that's what limitless means to me. You know, no limits. If you want something, you can make it happen. You gotta break the limiting belief. Your only limits are your thoughts.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much for your time.
Of course, just like that. Boom. Thank you.
Boom.